in a world where people don't know their types of soup.
What do we have here, Montoya?
Yeah, we have a tomato-based soup wrongly labeled.
Dispatch some cops!
Specifics matter, and these cops are going to make sure that everyone knows it.
You're playing too fast and loose with the rules, Montoya. Downtown is ringing my phone off the hook!
It's not my fault they don't realize that the soup is supposed to be cold. It's a cold soup!
You're on thin ice, Montoya! Dispatch some cops!
They stand on the thin orange line between a favorite Spanish soup and a boring old can of tomato.
Well, I had you pegged wrong, Montoya. Looks like you had it right all along. I gotta learn to trust your gut.
Oh, it's not just my gut, Chief. I know soup inside and out. I know soup like the back of my hand. I know soup from my head
Don't you say it, Montoya.
to my toes.
I want your badge and your ladle, now! Dispatch some cops!
This fall on NBC. What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid on TVM Production Empire and those motherfucking glasses. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear in these motherfucking glasses. If we were the stupid, so you don't have to. 3 weeks in a row, visual bits up front.
For
I can't
somebody who's complaining about their neck. You're
yeah, I know that one hurt.
Just a whole bunch, and you deserve it. You deserve.
I think I did deserve that one.
Yep, that's on you. That's for the glasses.
Yeah, no, I'm I'm 37, so naturally that means all I have to do is sleep mildly wrong, and my neck is fucked for the entire day.
Yep.
Which is where I'm at right now. It's super fun.
I haven't had one of those in a long time. Like in a really long time. I'll probably jinx myself now, but
yeah, I thought I was good, but then
nope.
Yeah, I slept the same way every fucking night. Just somehow last night, it's like my body's like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. I'm like, cool.
Well, I'd like to say it gets better.
But it doesn't. It only gets worse.
No.
Oh.
Although I've been losing a bunch of weight, so that's actually been helping. And then it turns out if you don't drink like a whole lot before you go to bed, you don't wake up feeling like shit. Like no one told me.
Shut the fuck up, Patrick.
It's true. No one told me.
Come at me with that bullshit.
Nobody told me. Nobody said, hey, don't, binge drink before you go to bed and you won't wake up feeling like shit. But I haven't been, and it's fine.
I feel like I've might have mentioned that to you before.
No. I think you said, hey, binge drink a bunch. It'll help you sleep.
Okay, well, I didn't say which way I talked to you about it. I just said I have talked to you about it.
Okay.
So it's not. I didn't say that I was pro or against. I just said that we've talked. So technically, I'm still correct.
Disagree.
If you think about that.
I don't want to.
Okay. Well, you know what? Then you're dumb and you're missing out on things.
Not sleep. And my neck feels fine.
How great would it be if you just fucking tweak your neck right there?
Oh, God.
Oh, no. What have I done? I flew too close to the sun.
The taunting has gotten the best of me.
For I am Icarus, and I have burned.
I am the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. Ignorance.
And the fifth, mockery.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I was going to say, you froze for a second.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I heard you grunting, and you're just like... Visual bits. Oh my god.
We may or may not have somebody confirmed watching on the website for the first time I've ever heard.
Well, maybe that you know of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For the first time I ever heard. You don't listen. You don't listen well.
Patrick, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just wasn't listening to you.
Oh
my god. So what you're saying is you want more glasses.
No, nobody wants that.
Everyone wants more glasses.
No, nobody wants
yes,
more
they do. I can hear it now. I'm talking to all of my fans. Welcome to the Glasses Show.
They're saying glasses.
Glasses.
So they're saying asshole.
Hey, how dare you? My adoring fans.
Fan. Your mom doesn't count.
Yes, she does.
Well, she hasn't even. She don't think she's watching.
No, she is. There we go.
Yeah.
Visual bit of me trying to fix my fucking neck while we do a show. Don't mind the visual bit and the weirdness in my voice. I am just trying to function as an adult.
Good Lord.
Woo! Speaking of trying to function as an adult, Patrick.
Oh, nice segue.
I know, right? Patrick, are you baptized?
Yes.
What religion, if you don't mind me asking, and intruding on
Catholic.
personal life? Catholic. Ugh.
I
Just
know.
say you're fucking white,
why I
bro.
don't practice.
Just say you're white. No one cares.
I'm white.
I'm baptized hot dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lutheran in Minnesota.
Now, what is that?
You eat hot dish in a basement of a church in Minnesota.
Okay.
That's what I remember. Ugh.
Oh my God.
I could not tell you a single thing about the differences.
Are Lutherans the one who? Yeah, Lutherans are the ones who he nailed something to a wall.
Was it hot dish?
Martin Luther.
I don't know.
You don't know? It's your religion.
No. It's hey. I didn't sign up for it. I got added to the class.
Okay.
I dropped it as soon as I could. Are you looking it up because it's that important to you?
Yeah.
What's it? Here we go.
There you go. Now your mom's
there you go. There's the basis of how I've been baptized. No. That's my religious belief, Patrick. That's why I'm never doing things. Hey, do you want to go out to the? No, it's my religion.
But your mom doesn't. I mean, she didn't go to church every Sunday, does she?
There's a pandemic, Patrick. Of course not.
Well, before was she a churchgoer?
She went to church. I don't know if it was every Sunday, but no, she.
My mom would ask me if I went to church, and I said no. How about you? I didn't see you there, and she goes, "Whatever. I did my time." And I go, "Cool." So I really want to go.
Yeah.
My mom went to Catholic school. She even went to Catholic college.
I remember one time we went with to my neighbor's church, and they had this huge section for kids where there's video games and stuff, so kind of hook you in. And it's all right, cool. Now we're gonna sit in on the service, and I'm like, ugh,
oh my God, I'm gonna play video games. I don't care about God.
I just want to play pinball.
You're like, oh God, and he's like, yes, and you're like, oh, I'm playing pinball. Leave me alone.
Fine. When I'm here, I'll just go, Timothy.
When's the hot dish come?
Where's my hot dish? Hot dish and pinball. It's how I spend my days. Anyway,
That's right.
Catholic priest had to resign because of a huge no-no, Patrick.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to believe the tragedy.
We're using Dasani water instead of holy water. We're like, here's some extra
that
sodium.
would be an insult. It's like, signing you up for your baptism.
In my Coca-Cola.
You wanna get the sponsored dresses, or do you want to get just a burlap sack it's free? It's like, okay, we're trying to upgrade it on the packages. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the fancy dress. All right, now for the water, would you like christened? Would you like artisanal, or would you like Dasani?
Or just flat.
I'm sorry, do you have something better than Dasani? We got tap water from the city.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
I'll take it. I want it. I'll take it. It's sponsored. This baptism has been sponsored by Dasani.
Kanye West conflict-free soda biscuits.
That's right.
The Father Andres Arango, he performed thousands of baptisms.
Thousands.
And he said we instead of I. He said, we baptize you in the name of the blah, 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 blah. But you're supposed to be saying, I baptize. So all those baptisms, Patrick, thrown out.
Get out of here, baptism.
You are no longer baptized. You have to have your head re-moistened with different words said. Almost all the same words, but one's different.
It's that's right. That baby drowning was not valid.
Mm-hmm. Our waterboarding of your child.
Of an infant.
Yeah. As it turns out, it was not above board. So we're going to need to re-waterboard you as an adult.
That waterboarding was not above board. It was below board.
So below if you could just come on back, we got some
Look,
get some more
look.
things.
Here, so the phone's ringing. Pick it up, please.
I'm my lunch break. I don't want to pick that up.
Ring.
Hello.
Oh yes, hello. This is the First Lutheran Church of the Episcopalian. So we found recently out that your baptism that you had down here, there seems to be a problem. But luckily for you, there is a warranty.
Oh, I'm sorry. You say my baptism?
Yes, your baptism.
I got that 34 years ago. What does that matter?
Okay. So your baptism had a problem, and you have not been Lutheran Episcopalian this entire time, which is unfortunate because you could have been sitting like a motherfucker, but you're just not anymore. So,
So
you're
was
gonna
I
have to come
baptized
in.
a different religion? Because it's very I specified that
No,
my parents checked the right box, right?
no. So you were supposed to be baptized. Instead of saying like I baptized you, he said we baptize you, and that is against the rules.
Well, there's a
So
few
it didn't
people up
take.
there. Like it was the priest and my parents. I saw the picture. There's a bunch of people
Yeah,
there.
but it's not there. We're not doing it, and so you're just gonna have to come back in.
I'm sorry. I have to come back in.
You're gonna have to come back in and get rebaptized.
You want me to come back? You know,
Come
I
back in.
moved 1,400 miles away.
Well, you will need to fly here and become rebaptized.
I am on the no-fly list.
Well, then you're gonna have to drive to your baptism.
I do not have a car.
Well, then you're gonna have to walk to your baptism. Jesus and the Jews walked through the desert for a really long time. You can
I'm
walk
in a
here.
wheelchair.
Well, then it's even better for your feet.
How is that?
It's going to get more and more harsh with the baptism, but it's
how is that better for my feet?
No, I don't know. Jesus works in mysterious ways. I've heard that all the time. I hear it all the time.
It's Jesus, not Jesus.
No.
So the pastor had to resign because he fucked up all of these baptisms. And you know that sweet baptism kickback money. I don't know if there's baptism kickback money.
Do we know if he's a Catholic priest? Is he a Catholic priest?
Yeah, it says I said a Catholic priest.
Oh, it's a Catholic priest. So that's what gets them kicked out,
right? If it would have been,
I mean, I'm not saying.
If it would have been, we rape you. They're like, oh, hey, no, that's not a team sport, sir. Baptisms and raping, individual efforts. Either way, dunking on you. Speaking of getting dunked on.
Yeah.
So a British zoo has some endangered monkeys.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get them to baptize each other, if you know what I'm saying.
They never want to. They never wanted it. These things are endangered, like the pandas. Like you get a panda. Remember we did that one about the pandas. And pandas are like,
Pandas stay not fucking.
She's not my type.
Yeah, I don't know. You got like a skinnier panda. I mean,
look at the way she's eating that bamboo. I could never be with somebody who eats bamboo like that.
Just because I don't have choices doesn't mean I don't have standards.
Right.
So they hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to try to get monkeys to do it like monkeys.
How sweet and wonderful life can be.
Yeah, monkeys.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Put down those bananas. Grab a banana.
Yeah, if I had some random dude just hanging out outside my window singing about fucking, I don't know if I'd be like, you know what? Thank you, strange man. I do want to fuck right now.
We are overestimating the intelligence of monkeys because, first of all, who's to say they speak English?
That is fair.
Who's to say that they enjoy the sultry, dulcet tones of Marvin Gaye?
I mean, I think they can at least appreciate that it was like kind of like an impromptu performance, a guerrilla performance, if you will.
Oh no, you should do it yourself.
Yeah. Patrick, I'm not going to.
I know, because it's, it's not fair and balanced, but you know what you did. As long as you know what you did.
No, I feel like I'm right in that, and you are definitely wrong on that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
a
just
winner.
saying, there's no accountability. It's just, there you go.
That was for you, Patrick.
No.
That was for you not appreciating
No.
the sweet gay monkeys.
Well, just for that, I'm eating a grape.
Oh, you son of a bitch. It's better than candy corn. Ugh.
No kidding. I don't have him.
Speaking of fucking off.
Yeah.
We have covered a lot of ghost related stories on the show. Whether it's people marrying them, or just dealing with them.
That was the pirate. Was that the pirate ghost?
The pirate ghost.
Yeah.
Amethyst Realm. She's like, I'm gonna marry this pirate ghost from the 17th century. I don't know why it didn't work out.
Get it.
I think that's the only person that's been on this show 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, that's
wow.
We've covered her 3 times because there was the she's straight fucking ghost, and then she married the ghost, and then she got divorced.
Man, like hands
what
of
a
the
wonderful
hourglass.
saga.
Those are the days of Amethyst Realm.
That was our MCU.
That's right. Talk about an odd shared universe.
Well, sounds like a lot of ghosts shared her universe.
What? Allegedly.
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 So there is some ghost hunters were called in to like a beautiful spot visiting there's the Quantic Hills. I think this is in England. There's apparently a rude ghost that haunts the area known as the Dead Woman's Ditch. The site in Somerset was named after the murder of Jane Walford by her husband in 1789. So there's this spot that's just named after a dead lady because her husband murdered her. Cool, let's go check that out.
Yeah. You ever wanted to be a ghost hunter?
No,
because
it would give me nothing to do.
Yeah. Oh, you don't believe in ghosts?
No, I think it's stupid.
I think those ghost hunter shows are stupid because it's more you're just like, did you see that? Did you see? No.
Patrick, why is it that every ghost is from like the 1800s and earlier? Why isn't there a ghost from like 1985 hanging out in like a Rolling Stones t-shirt?
Well, because you don't know why they're haunting.
It's always a ghost from the 1700s wearing a flowy gown, Victorian era clothing.
There's a show out. I think it's on.
Is it because they didn't have Google Maps and they couldn't leave?
That's exactly why.
Ugh.
That's
Fuck
exactly
you, ghosts.
It. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth. I lived in a really, really creepy ass building in New York, so I go back. We saw
but you had
things.
Crackheads in there.
No, like they were insane people, but they weren't crackheads.
Okay, sure.
Don't assign a drug to them.
Well, their doctor should have.
What? No, but yeah, just there were some things we saw and heard, and we didn't know if it was crazy person or if it was something else. I don't know. I've never wanted to just be like, I know something.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying that I know something. I'm just saying y'all don't know something.
Okay. Well,
because it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use these tools to hunt the ghosts and shit. I'm like, no, things that could easily.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like 400 years ago, or like 1200 years ago, people worshiping the fucking rain god or something. Like, oh no, we have to worship the statue of a rain god in order for it to rain. And then 17 days later, hey, look, our prayers worked.
Yeah,
or the climate
was the raining season.
Ugh. It's like people in Seattle like, oh, we got to pray for rain. Oh, it worked. No, it didn't. You just live in a fucking climate where it rains all the time.
Or somebody prayed too hard.
Oh, that's what it was.
Never stop.
Yeah. It's like they were praying and then they had a heart attack. So they're just stuck in an infinite loop of praying.
Just because you worshipped a hot dish doesn't mean.
Listen, man, I pray for a hot dish. I get a hot dish. I'm just
Sure.
saying. I don't have a ghost of a hot dish.
Well,
that's like if I have a stomach ache.
I was just saying, yeah, being haunted by that hot dish.
No, man, it's fucking ground beef, fucking green beans, cream of mushroom soup, it's like 4 or 5 ingredients. It's super simple. You bake it. Other people might consider them to be called casseroles, but they're wrong. If you eat it in the basement of a church, it's a hot dish.
A hot dish.
Last year we went to the Minnesota State Fair. They had hot dish on a stick.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
I was gonna say, how's it hold together?
They did it in like separate chunks where it's like they would have like the meat portion in like a meatball, then like a tater tot, and then like another meatball, and then like some other, and then
like they deconstructed hot dish.
Yeah, and then they deep fried the whole stick and they served it with the sauce that would normally go in there. I ate it.
Well, that's not saying much.
That's not true. This is a terrible review.
I don't know. I trust her judgment.
Well,
on most things, she ended up with you, so she does have.
I know what kind of taste could she have?
Right.
She's like, that one.
That one's sarcastic and mean.
He smells vaguely all right most days. You don't get too close to him. He won't bite you.
Cut off his own finger.
So there's the ghost hunting couple of Christine and Dave Thomas, not the Wendy's guy.
Oh, okay.
Launched an investigation into the paranormal being that is a foul-mouthed phantom who likes to swear at people.
But it's like 1700 swearing.
Yeah, ye old fucketh dick bitch.
A pox on ye bloomers. You're like, what? Ooh, salty.
No, she said Christine claims that she was shouted at and told to fuck off by the nasty evil spirits. And then
they would pick up things over the years, like because if the TV's on, they're probably there watching it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of TVs known at the fucking dead woman's ditch.
I don't know. She doesn't have to stay there.
No, that's her home. She doesn't have a ghost car.
She's a modern ghost woman.
No, she's not.
And she can go wherever the fuck she wants to.
Nope. She's an old-timey dead broad.
Yeah,
she died before she had the right to vote. You think she's allowed to go places without her dead husband's approval? She probably went to the store and that's why he killed her.
Oh, wow.
He's a real piece of shit. Anyway. Yeah, the ghosts are telling them to fuck off. And she says her and her husband Dave picked up a voice being rudely telling them to leave. They claim they have other encounters there with the ghost of the murderer from 1798. Dave's like, there's definitely something there. My wife has experienced that for a long time.
There's the go, George. Which way?
There's the residual. Hey, I'm trying to give an accurate voice for a ghost hunter. There's the residual memories being replayed, which people pick up on without being able to come back up with.
Wait, what was that? What was it? That must be a ghost. Anyway, you were saying?
I heard a sound. Must be a ghost telling me the solution for the wordle of the day.
Don't get me started on the wordle of today.
Well, I didn't play it yet, so don't tell me the word.
All right.
Just others report seeing the ghost there. One of them saying, when I was about 17 on my way home from work, driving along a cold road, I saw a bright white figure on the side of the road, so I slowed down. It appeared to be a woman completely dressed in white, old-fashioned clothing.
See, again, okay, that's the thing, because like we had that here. We
right, but again,
Mary.
Where's a ghost in like Jenko's?
It's coming home from the
if
coming home from the Offspring concert, got hit by a car.
Yeah, I want to see a ghost with a fucking puka shell necklace. No, they're all from the fucking 17 and 1800s.
There's a show, I think it's called Ghosts. It's on CBS, but
what's it about?
It's about a couple move into a house that's like haunted by a bunch of different ghosts.
I'd ask you if it's a documentary, but
no, it's not. It's pretty. It's pretty funny. It might be ABC. I think it's on after.
That's as easy as one, two, three, Patrick. Ugh, I fucking ghosts are dumb, and anyone that's a ghost hunter is dumb. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't know if you know about this, Patrick, but crime never stops.
I hear it doesn't pay either.
Well, some of it does.
I mean, yeah, you get away with it and you can take your
Right,
money.
like you could steal a bridge and get away with it for a while, but after a while, they're gonna catch you and like, hey, you can't take that bridge.
That's our bridge.
So sheriff in Chippewa County, Michigan, is asking for people. Is like, listen, we're trying to. He's saying, due to the overwhelming workload on our local law enforcement here in Chippewa County, I would ask you to please give us the opportunity to catch up. We need a few months with no criminal activity or emergencies to respond to. He even
hey, everyone, stop it. Just stop.
just a collective. Could you not?
Just cut it out.
He requested a stop on the following crimes and emergencies: driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs,
Knock it off.
domestic and sexual assaults,
Fucking quit it.
thefts and workplace embezzlement,
Stop.
drug sales,
I mean, what kind of drug?
speeding and crashing vehicles,
Yeah, no, don't do that either.
child abuse.
Well, I like that that's so far down on the list, though.
Well, then the final one that he asked, which is
Like,
apparently a
it's not
big
like
problem,
top 10.
a big problem in Chippewa County, Michigan. He asked that people stop bringing other people's urine to court-ordered drug testing.
Okay.
I didn't realize that that was such a crime that you had to ask an entire area to collectively stop. But here we are, 2022. If y'all could stop bringing other people's urine places, it'd be great. He's like, yeah, we're really busy. So if y'all could just stop. Oh, boy, that would make my job easier.
I'm really glad that, like, on the list, though, like, that was not above, like, child abuse.
Yeah.
They're like,
I mean,
seriously, guys.
speeding is apparently worse. Like, hey, guys, don't speed, okay? And also, just, don't hit your kids.
Wait,
or
hitting the
something.
children. Don't hit the children.
Thefts and workplace embezzlement. What kind of embezzlement is going on in Chippewa County? Chippewa County, Patrick, not just the falls. The entire county.
The entire county. This place is bedlam.
There's people bringing other people's urine to court. What kind of world are we in where you can't even bring other people's urine with you?
I know.
I thought this was America. Speaking of, I thought this was America. You remember our good friend last week, the mayor that was really against ice shanties?
Yes.
Because he's like, ice fishing, that leads to ice shanties. And ice shanties, naturally, that leads to prostitution.
Man, that was such a quick jump.
I know.
You got to put your shopping cart away at the grocery store. Because if you don't, it leads to partial car accidents, which leads to prostitution.
Yes, definitely. You need to not bring other people's urine to court for them. Mm-hmm. Because if you allow that, naturally, that leads to prostitution.
If I bring dip to your party, you've got to return the Pyrex. Because if you don't, prostitution.
If you find a penny and pick it up, and all that day you'll have good luck, you will then prostitution.
If you take a penny without actually leaving a penny,
oh, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. You're the whore.
You're a whore. Anyway, Hudson Mayor Craig Schubert, ice shanty prostitution connoisseur, has resigned mere days after he suggested that ice shanties lead to whoring.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah.
He has such a great career ahead of him.
I know. He says My attempt to inject a bit of dry humor to make a point about this in the midst of a cold, snowy February was grossly misunderstood.
Bullshit.
Exactly, because later on, he makes comments about ice shanties and prostitution stemming from his experience as a television news reporter covering law enforcement agencies that have arrested people for prostitution in shanties.
It's not everybody.
Now I know, but he drew from his experience of like, oh well, I heard about this a couple times. So ice shanties everywhere means horse moving in. Next thing you know, people will be bringing each other's piss to court. In his resignation
then
letter,
they'll start combining it, and it'll be prostitution piss.
Pistitution. He felt
Don't
like
pistitute yourself. You keep your piss for you.
I don't like to pistitute my own horn.
Terrible. There you go.
Yeah, that
now
was,
we're back on the level. We're back on a place of honesty.
Yeah, no, I wasn't happy with that one. That was unfair to everyone, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. We at Stupid's Talking Stupid would like to apologize for that terrible fucking joke.
Speaking of terrible jokes, fucking Tesla, this goddamn stupid ass car company. They went from being like, man, these cars are cool to won't this guy shut the fuck up and just make his cars work?
Right.
They got yet another recall because they have these this boombox option on the car where you could play through speakers on the front of the car. It allowed drivers to play pre-recorded samples through the car's external front speakers. It was debuted in a software update back in 2020 as a way to help increase pedestrian visibility via warning sounds. However, it also included a fart setting, so that way people would just fart their car at people. And people figured out there's a way you could play your music through it, and then people were just being obnoxious. Like if you give someone a Bluetooth speaker on a walking path in nature, they'll sure play the most obnoxious music at full volume. You give it to someone in a car,
right?
Come on.
I would want it for one thing and one thing only, just so I could play one sound clip, and that sound clip would be going, "Fucking go!" like I say it out loud in my car, and I'm just like, they can't hear me. But if they could hear me,
if I could get like a radio, like a CB radio that would have like a bullhorn in my car, so I could yell at people, I'm pretty sure I'd be talking to that thing 24/7.
Hey, you with the hat. Nice hat head.
Nice hat, you dumb bitch. Look at they got him. There was a
PJ's in the car, and you're like, "Are you poopy? Are you poopy?" And you look at the car next to you. Mind your own business.
It's like, that's on, right? Yes, I know it's on. How else will I know? Well, I ever know that she's got poopy, and I need you to get out of my way. Yeah, we went to the mall, and there was a roundabout, like right in the middle of the promenade, and so we're driving through it.
Listen to you, promenade.
Well, promenade, yeah. So we're driving through it, and this dumb bitch in a Lexus comes through and just proceeds to jump right in front of me. Mind you, the whole time she's going, "Ooh, sorry." I'm like, you could just stop. Could just stop. You don't have to keep going. "Ooh, sorry." Just fucking stop. Don't cut me off. Like, what kind of fucking idiot? I know. I need to go an extra 2 miles an hour through the promenade. It's not an emergency. I'm just so dumb.
It's in a real hurry.
Oh, I was so mad. It was something so stupid. I'm like, you're just trying to cause an accident for no fucking reason. And like, the even worse thing is she knew she was fucking up, and she's like, "I'm just gonna do it anyway. Sorry." At least one of us was fucking paying attention. But yeah, you can't have fart cars no more.
I don't want to live in a country.
Patrick, did you ever have Movie Pass?
Briefly.
It was that thing where you could pay a monthly service and then go see as many movies as you wanted.
Yeah, but
then like after like 2 or 3 months, they're like, "Oh, we're losing a shit ton of money," and they started changing everything and changing it. And then finally, it just completely went under because they realized it was not a sustainable business model.
No.
Well, don't worry, MoviePass is back.
Oh.
I know, but it's somehow worse.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, there's the MoviePass 2.0 app is set to launch this summer, and will sustain itself using microcurrency and ads. Except like with normal things, you could just watch an ad. It could be on your phone. You can go take a piss real quick while the ad plays. It's actually gonna force you to watch the ads because it'll read when your eyes are not on the screen.
Wow.
Yeah. So in order to use this, you actually
Look
have
at
to
me. You look at me.
This is
Trying to sell you erectile dysfunction medicine.
So this
or that thing that you mentioned to somebody the other day that now all of a sudden is an ad.
I don't get why people decide that forcing ads is gonna be. It goes back to there's like an old it was on 4chan, like a fucking thread about it where someone made a joke about please drink verification can to continue playing Xbox. It was like a Mountain Dew, like they just made like this hilarious thing where it's unfortunately come true. It's like Idiocracy. You make a funny thing and then unfortunately it becomes true and you're like, fuck you for knowing this in advance.
Mike Judge.
Like I do everything I can to avoid. I got ad blockers on my computer. I actually have YouTube Premium, Spotify Premium. So it's like it's not that I have
Spotify Premium, but I will never get YouTube Premium just because they are so goddamn pushy. How many times do I have to say no thanks?
I'm on someone else's plan, so
there you go.
I get it's for free for me. So
tell me
it's pretty right. Well, I mean, I also have YouTube TV. I think it comes with YouTube TV, so
yeah.
I think it's technically one of those things where I'm in the clear. I mean, I pay for it, so who gives a shit?
True.
But yeah, forced ads. Fuck you, man. There are certain websites I just will not go to on my phone. If there's a mobile link, I'll just copy and paste it, send it to myself on Facebook Messenger, and then I'll open it when I get home, just so I don't have to see everything. Like if you look at one of the give you a little bit insight of how I do the show is when I'm going through and finding articles and videos about all this kind of shit for the show, I have to go to a variety of websites. One of the worst ones is Daily Mail. It has so I do a full screen grab of the article, but it grabs the entire webpage, includes scrolling down. And with websites that have like almost seemingly never ending scrolling, it can get fuckery. And I have to cut 90% of what gets captured. And it goes from being this huge screen capture of like, we'll just say like 3 feet long. And then when I cut it down to just the story, get rid of all the filler pictures, the ads, the just everything in there, I'll get down to about like 2 inches of story. It's amazing how much filler is on these websites. Because it's not about just clicks anymore. It's clicks, and then you got to look at stuff, and then click on those things, and clicks with the more clicks, and then
more clicks and clicks and clicks and clicks.
And that's not even the end of this. It just became public now, but back in 2016, Ford patented an auto sensor that scans roadside billboards and it'll send the ads straight to your dashboards, which kind of seems it was fucking illegal. Like distracted drivers, it's like, here we go. Like you may be looking at your map and where to go, but no, you have to look at this Viagra billboard real quick.
What was that movie? I think it was like Minority Report, where like you walk up to a thing and it like see like the sign sees you and then it like shows you like what they think you'd want to see.
I don't remember that part of Minority Report.
Yeah, it's like as he's walking, like the different ads are hitting different.
Yeah,
that's around the corner, I can imagine.
Yeah, they're saying in 2019, 3,142 people were killed in distracted driving incidents in the U.S.
Right.
Around 400,000 people were injured in accidents caused by distracted driving. which that it could be people looking at their phones, people dealing with other people in the car,
Right.
whatever. But like, you're trying to add more distractions. It's like combine this with like, okay, you have to have a passenger. Like when you have a passenger in your car, your passenger has to look at the ad for 10 seconds in order for it to go away from your dashboard. You don't get to see your GPS until someone stares at this
My
McDonald's.
God. Nope.
I fucking hate ads so much. Like we were watching, we've talked about before how we like to watch walking tours because for one, it's a really cheap way to travel. And like if you want to see a city without actually like going there,
to it.
because like after the Super Bowl, like, oh, let's check out Cincinnati. I've never seen it, and people are walking through. I'm like, why does this look so fucking dead? It's because not every single street was just completely murdered with advertisement everywhere.
Right.
It's like there wasn't a lot of people on the streets anyway because it ended up being like from June 2020.
Right.
So there's a lot of people staying at home, not really doing stuff. So there weren't a ton of cars and there's just foot traffic in general.
Dude, that's the time to go do that. You just take your camera.
Yeah, no, that's
walk around and go see some cool stuff.
And like walking tours, they are fantastic. I cannot recommend them enough. If people want to see other cities or like certain theme parks, other kinds of attractions,
they're starting to do that with the Oculus.
Okay.
Like you go on a tour, like you can see it, and you look around, you can see the stuff.
Because like it's great because
a tour of the Jack Daniel's distillery when Jack Daniel's came to a bar I was at. They were like, "Do you want to try the Oculus tour of the Jack Daniel's distillery?" I'm like, "Yeah, try it."
If you want to, because like it's easy to look up a city online and kind of like Google things what to do. But if you look at a walking tour, you could just see everything, and you're like, okay, that place looks cool. That place looks cool. So
Chicago has a lot of cool ones. They have like they have a monster one. They have like, not
Mobster. I thought you said Monster. I'm like, a Monster energy drink tour.
They have Chicago. They do have a ghost one. But
so it's just them standing around going, "We got nothing to show you."
No. Well, I think the coolest one has always been. It's not necessarily a walking tour, but it's the boat tour, where they take you on the architecture tour.
Yeah, but see, those are like actually guided tours. These is someone literally not talking and they're just walking through the city.
Yeah.
So it's as if you are personally going on a walk. They're not telling you anything. You're not learning anything specific. You're just like, it's just if you were on a walk down this street, this is your view. That's pretty cool. I love that shit. It's very calm and relaxing.
Yeah. But the guy's not narrating. He's just going.
Nope, they're just walking.
That'd be like a beginning of a YouTube video where I'm like, just show me how to do it.
That's why, like, we have a couple of favorite ones. This one guy's like Wind Walk or something like that. He just records. He doesn't talk. He doesn't interact with anyone. He just walks and shows you the area. There's other people. All right, so we're gonna go on a walk up Main Street here. The funny thing about Main Street, I'm like, I'm cut. No, I don't care. I don't want to see this. It could be the coolest video ever, but you will not stop talking and putting yourself in the frame.
I can't do it.
Yeah, this isn't a Jeremy tour. So, speaking of annoying things, covering the story just because there's two parts that I want to cover.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Jen's like,
She's like, what? So on this past week, Disney announced the launch of Story Living by Disney. It's a new community for Disney fans to live.
Yeah. I saw that. Well, I didn't read the article. I just saw it.
So it's like a self-contained Disney community. So it's not. You get to just live in I'll tell you what, here's a press release saying these master plan communities are intended to inspire residents to foster new friendships, pursue their interest, and write the next exciting chapter in their lives, all while enjoying the attention to detail, unique amenities, and special touches that are Disney hallmarks. Basically, they're developing a community while working with developers and home builders. They want to make it so like it's a whole Disney area, so it's not necessarily the theme park, but like the feel of the theme park, the amenities. So it's like it's almost like you're living in a Disney vacation without like the stores and shit.
The original plan for Epcot Center was people were going to live there.
Yeah.
Like it was going to be like a place of like ingenuity and place for like cultures to come together and stuff like that. And then obviously I think Walt died before it was finished, and they were just like, well, we're just going to make it a place where people can go get fucked up. But yeah, that's interesting.
It's funny because the first story living location will be in Rancho Mirage, California, which was once a retreat for Walt Disney and his wife Lillian. Yeah. So the place that they used to go hang out, they're like, yeah, fuck, let's do it here. Well, the communities will have a club membership so that residents can access curated experiences such as wellness programming, entertainment, live performances, cooking classes, seminars, and more. Some neighborhoods of that area will be for ages 55 and up, so you got old motherfuckers hanging out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just want to have like a whole Disney culture vibe living there. And
it's
then
gonna be a cult one day. I'm telling you.
One day, it's a cult already.
It's close.
And you know what that cult entails? Two sisters got fantastically drunk at Disney World and got into a naked fight.
Nice.
Just out in the open. That's your Disney culture right there. A 29-year-old and 31-year-old woman who are hanging out on vacation in Orlando were at Disney Springs. They got properly smashed, and then they tried to get an Uber back to the hotel, but they were so fucking drunk. Their Uber driver was like, "Nah, ain't taking you."
Yeah, that's why you live. That's why you stay. That's why you stay on the. You stay in the park, and then you just take the monorail.
And then naturally, the elder sister accused the younger sister of being a bad mom. Elder sister decided to slap her young sister. After that, younger sister threatened a physical response, and then they decided to just start fighting, and their clothes came off, and they kept fighting. And Disney, that's where people want to go live. And the younger sister threw up at some point, which made the older one slip and fall into a nearby bush. So Disney,
and they had that cleaned up in no time because they have rules.
Yeah, but it still happened. And speaking of drunk people, Patrick, can you guess? Obviously, you know what a DUI is, driving while under the influence. Do you know what an SUI is?
Skiing under the influence.
That's close, Patrick. I'm talking about suitcasing under the influence.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a drunk woman in the Orlando airport that was too drunk to get on her plane, so they kindly asked her to go and sober up and get on another flight, and she was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that." But she had an interesting way of getting around the airport. Let me go ahead and show you her sweet getup. She has a motorized suitcase.
Oh yeah.
Okay, these things are cool as hell.
Yeah, it happens.
But
yeah, bad weather. Gotta do something, right?
I don't know what you're gonna blame it on, but
driving her suitcase around while having an open container.
You just can't be that intoxicated when you're flying a plane, okay?
In the
I'm
airport.
not that intoxicated.
We need you to go.
She's
to the
not that
terminal.
intoxicated.
Suck my suck my
Okay, Chelsea. Just go to the terminal.
Yo, I'm gonna with it.
Okay. I'll help you out. You guys are good.
So
man, that thing kinda
she
goes
is
fast.
driving through the airport on her little suitcase, and this cop is on a bike and has to chase her down.
We're gonna have a bike pursuing a suitcase in a minute. It's gonna be crazy.
Probably the only time this has ever happened in the history of anything is someone getting pursued. She was just a bit disruptive, not very friendly. She deteriorates from here. She starts spitting at the cop and gets arrested. But
there you go.
But
they always spit.
It's always spit.
It's always spit.
You know, it's like you get arrested for that. You could flick them off. You could say mean words, but like as soon as you spit, they're like, "Well, now I have to arrest you."
Yeah.
You ruined it for everyone.
Yeah. That's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, 32-year-old
motorcycle suitcases.
Chelsea Alston. Ugh. She was accused of battering the police officer because she spat at him a couple times, and then caused more than $1,000 in damage to a patrol car, which I think is a lot of spit. I don't know. Oh man, fucking Orlando. You know what? Here we go. We'll do this one. Hey, Patrick.
Oh, wait, before you go on,
Oh.
how much do you think a rideable
$3,200.
suitcase is? Oh my god! Did you already look it up?
No, I just guessed.
$1,700.
$1,700.
You can get one on Amazon for what is this? No, that's the wrong one. Or you get one on eBay, scooter luggage for $995.
Not bad.
I
don't think they're made for people our size, but
I don't know.
That'd be one hell of a carry-on.
The world's only motorized.
If she's driving that through the airport to get to her terminal, that is her carry-on. So she has to lift that son of a bitch up into the overhead compartment.
The carry-on that carries you has been produced and available for, well, this one's for $14.95. That's called the Moto bag.
It wasn't that far up when I said $1,700. Would you get a drivable suitcase? It'd have to be a carry-on.
Well, yeah, I think I would.
So it's small enough. So you're essentially riding around on a mini bike that's holding some of your shit.
Yeah. I mean, you walk through O'Hare, like, fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
but
it's always the farthest terminal.
Would you want to crouch down on a mini bike that's got a couple books in it?
Yeah.
Just so you don't have to like use the walkway. I get a fake cast to be like, can you guys drive me on the golf cart over there? I'm like, I got a walking boot.
I don't think I'd do it.
I would buy a fucking walking boot for what, like $100.
I'd be like, hey, can you do a little cart?
And be like, listen, I'm just fine, but could you just I know I'll throw you a 20 if you could just drive me there.
Right.
Yeah. So Patrick, you play Wordle.
I do.
Do you like it, or did you just cave to public pressure and now you feel like you have to keep beating people?
No, I liked it. I don't have you don't have to beat anybody. I mean, it's really just something I do in the morning. I love this. This is my favorite. Scam likely.
Oh, God,
I pick them up. I pick them up and go, yeah.
Put it on speakerphone.
I just hung it up.
Boo! You just said you pick it up, and then now you. Oh no, I didn't.
Right.
When you have a scam calling you while we're doing the show, you have to answer.
You're absolutely right. From now on,
I can't.
No, that's valid.
I can't fucking believe you, son of a bitch.
That is one big pile of shit.
Anyway,
it's valid. It's valid.
So Denise Holt, an 80-year-old woman that lives at home in Illinois, where there's a 45-year-old man with a flayed penis. She was hanging out at home when a naked, mentally ill suspect entered her home. Her daughter, who lives in Seattle, realized something was wrong with her mom when she didn't send her daily Wordle score.
That'll happen.
32-year-old James H. Davis III entered Mrs. Holt's home, pointed a pair of scissors at her. He was naked and bleeding after being cut by window shards while entering the house. He forced her to take a warm bath with him before taking 2 knives from the kitchen, disconnecting the phones, and locking her in a cold basement bathroom. Her mom wasn't responding to text messages and hadn't sent her a Wordle, so she's like, she didn't send me her Wordle. Something's wrong. This reminds me of the story of like there was a person that ordered Domino's like daily for years, and then one day like they noticed she didn't order, so they called the police to do a wellness check on her, and sure enough, she had like fallen. So Domino's Pizza saved this woman's life.
So I got a voicemail from the scam.
Okay.
What do we want to bet? Is it inventory or is it my warranty? Yep.
to a customer service agent and go over options. Press the number and pound if you
Ugh,
want to decline
we could have gotten legs with that one, Patrick.
Yeah. I mean, I can always push 8.
But yeah,
like,
so
someone's calling back. What?
We got one.
You ever watch the videos of the? You ever watch the videos of the guy who like hacks the people who are calling? It's awesome.
Yeah. No, the problem is some of those videos are like, all right, I finally got the hacker after 17 hours. Like,
right.
You were on the phone with these motherfuckers for 17 hours.
Yeah, get that money though. You know, help those people out.
I mean, I guess, but it's like, oh, so much.
Yeah, one of the guys just levels those companies, and they're just like, give it back, give it. It's like, no.
It's like they go through and like redeem a bunch of Amazon gift cards. Like, no, stop redeeming those. It's like, no, this one right here. Yeah, I just do this. No, don't do that. It's like thousands of dollars in Amazon gift cards that he just stole from scammers.
Right.
Like, oops, I don't know what I was doing. I'm sorry. I'm just so dumb with computers. I'm doing what you say. It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No, don't do it.
All right, I won't do it. Because Belgium, coming in hot, they have approved the 4-day work week and are giving employees the right to ignore their bosses after work. So, workers of Belgium will soon be able to choose a 4-day work week under some labor market reforms that they announced on Tuesday. They agreed to, it'll give workers the right to turn off their work devices and ignore work-related messages after hours without fear of reprisal, which, they say, but bosses are like, your performance has been bad lately.
Right.
But it's one of those things where, thanks to one of the good things that come out of the pandemic is a lot of companies realized that their employees could just work from home.
Right.
And some of these people realized they could just do 4 like 9.5-hour shifts and do all their work in 4 days instead of 5. And now, so they got, let's see. The Prime Minister, Alexander De Croo, said, "We have experienced 2 difficult years. With this agreement, we set a beacon for an economy that is more innovative, sustainable, and digital. The aim is to be able to make people and businesses stronger." They're talking about how workers in the gig economy will also receive stronger legal protections under new rules, while full-time employees will be able to work flexible schedules on demand.
Al, I think you should have to get paid for your commute. But that's just me.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that people should get paid for, but oh, my neck. So yeah, people ask, employees will be able to ask to work for 4 days a week for a period of 6 months, which is interesting because they say that after that they could choose to continue the arrangement or return to a 5-day week with no negative consequences. So with some people, it's like, yeah, I want to try the 4-day work week, and realize, well, for our work, it just unfortunately doesn't make sense. So we have to do the 5 day, which is fine, but like you get a period of 6 months. So that way, like if an employee goes, yeah, I only want 4 days, and then they end up realizing it's fucking detrimental to them and their job and like everything's fucking up, then they can go back to the 5 days and like, all right, we tried.
Yeah.
So it just didn't work. People try things all the time. Might as well go with it.
Yeah.
And in January, civil servants working for Belgium's federal government were given the right to disconnect, allowing them to turn off work devices and ignore messages after hours without reprisals from bosses. You know how great it would be if you just, any job, you'd be able to just leave and like, I don't have to talk to those people until Monday.
Yeah.
And then you just get fucking emails and phone calls, and you're like, I'm not working right now. Why am I getting bombarded with this shit?
Well, there's also a lot of like what ifs though, like if there's an emergency or like, so you're telling me like you're working and this is a law and everything like that, and then they're like, so something happens, one of the managers, and then you have to go, they need you to come in, but you don't have to pick up your phone. So
look, man, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying,
Right.
Why not try some things that are better for the workers?
Well, and I think they're seeing that. I mean, like, I think my dad just started working with a new company, and they're like, yeah, you can be at home. They're like, I think eventually we'll have you come back, but right now, no.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So the reform package also is taking aim at the gig economy with workers for platforms like Uber, and they have other ones called Deliveroo and Just Eat Takeaway. They want them to start receiving insurance against work-related injuries and clearer rules defining who is and who is not self-employed. There are new labor reforms. It sets out 5 criteria for judging whether or not a gig worker should be considered an employee. In Belgium, platform workers meeting 3 out of 8 possible criteria, including those whose work performance is monitored, who are unable to refuse jobs, and whose pay is decided by the company. They're now going to be considered employees with rights to sick leave and paid time off. So it's like, if you're going to do gig work, if they treat you like you're a fucking employee, you're going to get employee rights.
Right.
So which you should be. It's like, oh, we're going to monitor the shit out of you. You can't do anything else. And, you know, we decide how much you get paid. It's like, okay, that sounds like I'm an employee then. Cool.
Well, trust me.
Thanks for the steady work. So it's just nice to see that at least someone is trying to move forward with things instead of just going, well, this is the way we've always done it.
Right. Well, they just want to be over it. Like, my favorite is the new ones, the new videos where they're like, people are calling to tell their boss that they want to take their vacation, and they're like, okay, why? And he's like, because I don't want to work these days. It's like, right, but what's the reason? Because I want to do something else. Like, I have to tell you, like,
yeah, I'm telling you, on these days I'm not going to be here.
Figure it out.
That's the end of our conversation.
Right. Yeah, I have vacation days, so what I do with them is my business.
Exactly.
Where can they find us online and get rid of those fucking glasses?
Yeah, you can find us online. Hey, follow us at Hungry as a Bear. That's me. At Patrick is 42. That's fucking Patrick's glasses. Dumbass. You can find the video version of the podcast on Facebook or YouTube. Or search for Stupid Talking Stupid. You can subscribe to it on there. You can like and share and comment, follow and donate, and shove it in your grandma's face and say, "Watch this, you old bitch." Then you get the audio version of the podcast on all audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, whatever apps you got. Everything can be found at www.stupidtalkingstupid.com.
And you can find all the other things we do on dvmpe.com. That's going to do it for this week for Stupid Talking Stupid. I am Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
We'll talk to you later.